boys and girls. It's Miss Earth. I'm here today to talk to you about diligence. It's going to be about Thomas Edison and his diligence with what he set out to do. The lights go on. In 1879, America witnessed the dawn of a new era, the age of electric light. Before then, the only light sources available after sunset were candles, oil lamps, or gas lamps. Thomas Edison worked diligently to make the age of electric light possible. When he was young, Thomas was fascinated by the telegraph. It's a machine that sent coded messages over wires. Thomas started to experiment with electricity and look for new ways to use its power. Eventually, Mr. Edison started his own laboratory to do his experiments. One evening, he stared at what looked like a small piece of string. The string gave him an idea that he was anxious to try. He went out to the main shop and started to experiment with string as a light bulb filament. The string began to glow until, poof, it burst into flames. Another experiment had failed, but Mr. Edison would not give up. Minutes turned into hours, and hours turned into days. Nothing worked, and Mr. Edison's eyes hurt from staring at the bright flames. How nice it would be to relax all day with no work and lots of poof. Another filament burst into flames, and Mr. Edison snapped back to the present. A lazy life was not for him. He was about to develop one of the greatest inventions the world has known. There was work to do, and Thomas Edison could not afford to slack off. Mr. Edison learned from every burnt filament. He worked hard to find a string that would glow long enough to produce a steady light. After more than 1,000 experiments, Mr. Edison discovered that a carbon filament baked in a special oven might work. His men blew a special glass bubble into just the right shape and carefully placed the carbon filament inside. Mr. Edison turned on the electricity and the new filament lit up. The men stared at the light. They waited and counted the seconds. The new filament kept burning for almost 2 days. "Great," shouted Mr. Edison, "but the job is not finished until we make it burn longer." Thomas Edison and his men went back to work until their light lasted as long as they wanted. After years of hard work, Mr. Edison finished what he set out to do and ushered in the age of the electric light bulb. Let's thank Mr. Edison for his diligence.